Hello, everybody, and welcome to All Things Small Business. I'm Irena. I am from Second Page, where I talk about all things small business. And I know that people who are running small businesses are always asking questions about HR. And it's the lifelong battle of how do you employ people? How do you look after them? Most of us want to do the right thing, and it's so difficult to know and keep within the regulations and rules. There's so much going on, things are always changing, and that's why you need experts like Lynn. Hello, Lynn. Thank you for joining me today.
Hi, yes, thank you so much for having me here today. I'm really excited to talk to your followers all about HR.
Exactly. Lynn is from Sydney. She has her own HR business and she actually runs it's pretty much like a consulting business, isn't it, basically?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. So yeah, outsourced HR, consulting, advisory, whatever you want to call it, all things HR.
Yeah, so tell me, like let's tell everybody if they're thinking about looking for HR solutions, exactly what do you guys or what do you and your team do?
Yes, of course. So we specialize in providing support to small to medium businesses. So that is anyone with less than 50 employees, really, all across Australia, any industry. What we do is we help with your HR compliance, make sure that everything that you're doing with your employees is in line with the award, in line with Fair Work. We can handle any employee related issues. We can create documents for you, policies for you. We can help with recruitment. We can also do workplace workshops, so focusing on learning and development. Yeah, anything relating to supporting your employees and keeping your work environment productive and positive.
What would you say would be the most common thing people come to you for?
Definitely employment contracts, award compliance, and workplace policies. Those are definitely the three main things that people come to us for. It's so tricky to understand and interpret Fair Work awards, especially some of the more complicated ones like the Building and Construction or the SHADS Award for your NDIS providers, because there's so many nuances in the awards and they're written so complex. So we take all the jargon out and we like to really simplify it and make sure that business owners understand what the award is telling you.
I love that. I'm going to throw a little curveball at you if you don't mind.
Okay.
People are finding it really hard to employ these days. They're saying that they just can't get any response or they're just not getting the right responses or people just aren't applying to their ads at all. What do you think about all that?
Yes, I think that's really, really common. And a common theme that I see here is actually down to the job ad and also the job board that they're using. So we've got things like Seek, Jora, Indeed, Ethical Jobs, and LinkedIn, and they all attract a different type of candidate. So it's really
Mm.
important to understand which job board to use and also the terminology within the job ad. For example, I recently worked with a client and they wanted someone in kind of like the AI space with, 5 to 7 years of experience. To me, that's unrealistic because it really hasn't been around for that long. So you're not going to find someone with that experience. That's why you're not going to have that role filled. So it's really important to determine what's an essential requirement and what's desirable and make sure that it's communicated clearly in the job ad. That's how you're going to attract the right people.
That makes complete sense. I would not have thought about any of that. Hey, I saw something really interesting on your feed the other day. You put up a post about the Fair Work Commission and increasing the national minimum wage 3.75%. What does this mean for small businesses?
Yep, so that's part of the annual wage review. The Fair Work Commission will do this before the end of financial year every year. So it has increased. The rate will be $24.10 per hour, I believe. So that's the actual minimum wage. But of course, awards can set out higher rates than this. Now, what this means is that if you do have any employees that are on the current minimum wage, you will have to increase their wage on or after the first pay cycle in the new financial year.
Mm.
And in doing so, best practice is to also update their employment contract with the updated wage and, of course, all your payroll obligations as well. What this also means is that Fair Work will they will release an updated Fair Work information statement. So remember, that's a compulsory document that all employers need to give to their new employees. So we just need to make sure that it's always current. So remember to swap that out in your onboarding packs and also just doing a little bit of an audit to make sure that your payroll system is updated with the new award rate.
Love that. That's such great advice. And if anybody needs some assistance with that, talk to me. How do you do it? What's your process, procedures? How do you get involved with other small businesses?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do offer a free initial consultation and we kind of just take the time to get to know the business and what support you might need from us and what we can do for your business. So whether it's refining your existing policies and processes, or maybe your employment contracts are a little bit outdated, maybe you've got an employee issue and you just don't really know how to handle it, we can definitely help and guide you through that. In terms of working with us, we have people that work with us on an hourly rate basis for any ad hoc requests, but we also have a retainer option. So if you want on demand, affordable HR advice pretty much any day of the week, that's probably the most, I guess, feasible option because
Yeah.
we do know that a lot of small businesses might not be able to afford a full-time HR team. So we just we're here to bridge that gap to make sure that your business stays compliant, but also provide that on demand access to HR support.
I can't imagine how helpful that would be. That would be so helpful. There's so much going on when you have these extra people join your business, and you've got all these personalities and you've got lots going on anyway with customer service, and there's so much training that needs to be done
Yeah.
to have somebody just there looking after the little nitty-gritty so that you're doing things right and making sure that you have that backup and support if you need to nurture them. Like, I can't imagine how helpful that be. So guys, if you need some support, I will have all the links, of course, in the right places after this video. I will be sharing our second page directory link to 360 HR Connect. Thank you, Lynn, for joining me today. I much appreciated. Have a lovely day, everybody.
Thank you so much for having me on here today.
Thank you. See ya.